Hello again. It's, oh, this is irritating. Apparently what I'm missing is just some sound, and, apparently, yeah, so, the, settings are just not liking me. Settings... I guess we're just gonna have to deal with it, because it's like, for whatever reason. I wonder if I could convince the gate I'm a pilgrim. Set Boyokrefar. Cat kiss. Ayana Hui Ke. Okay, I don't. Right. So, yay, we got some progress. I'll never get used to that. This is the main courtyard. There are alleys leading off in all directions. It's easy to get lost up there. Up here. Alright, so apparently... Have you lost robots up here before, Mistress? Or Roy's yard is this way. What makes you say that? I will take that as a yes.
The market never seemed to stop.
Here. Okay, apparently I kept getting fooled by the audio, so, like, apparently there just wasn't any audio to be had, except for, like, the occasional sound. So. Gong. I hope your friend is still here, Mistress. I mean, she should be.
I heard a sound like someone dropping a bag of rice. Or falling out of bed.
Ah, Alia. Good. Quickly. Come in. Thank you! Finally! Inside! That thing you brought in. What did you make of it? First things first. Where did you find it? How? A box on an empty moon. Of all the boxes you could open. The real puzzle is how did it get where it was? The place looked like someone had been living there. Wasn't the Emperor sent into exile when the Empire fell? Don't tell me you found where they sent him. There was evidence that... There was evidence there that led us to an Emperor's moon. But that doesn't prove the Emperor lived there, of course. I think maybe he did. Did you ever hear of the Great Forge? A moon used in the early Empire for crafting complex devices. I've never seen anything so obviously made there before. Did you say devices? I think this sort of thing was common in the Holy Empire. Things people wore, things they carried, they were all functional. Active. But did you find out what the crown does? No. I have no idea. I didn't try to turn it on. Probably for the best. That was what I thought. I was worried you'd be angry with me. I mean, perhaps if I knew what it was powered by, but if I put the wrong amount of flow through it, I'll smoke the foil. I don't think we'd stay friends. This forge, Oroi. Is it real? Not just a myth? It must have been real. And huge. Employing hundreds, maybe thousands of people. Where? I have no idea. You're the archaeologist. The crown, Oroi. I need it back. And in one piece. Honestly, I'd rather it wasn't here. I'll keep it safe. I found a strange metal hoop. A hologram came out of it. Let me see. I recognized it immediately, of course. The neck hoop from a robot. Oh! Is that what that is? But it won't do anything without a core. It needs something to project. Last thing I noticed is it's badly made. Robots are beautifully, delicately crafted machines. This is an Empire period copy. How's business? Still slow. See you when I see you, Alia. Oh, okay. I guess we'll go to the other place. Time to depart, mistress? I want to pay a visit to Tappy. Very good, mistress. Tappies this way. Tappy's place. Tappy's place isn't big. But inside, it's a treasure trove. Hold it. Did he just take something? I hope he didn't, like... Oh! But it's you! Welcome back to Elibereth, Moonflower. Give it back, Tappy. Whatever it is you took. I confess I only really saw the robot. But friends, as you know, are friends. So have your, no doubt, precious brooch back. Mistress. Do not trust this man. It's a bit late for the warning, Six. "12 years ago too late. Or 12 years too late. Huh. I already don't trust him. You adore me instead. I prefer it that way. Now come on in out of the cold. It seems as though I will wait here." Suspiciously.
Tappy's place was a little museum to junk. Pots and boxes, spoons and hooks and pocket knives.
It's so good to see you back on Elibereth, Elia. The rivers above grow dull when you're not with us.
And at the centre of it all was Tappy, grinning away like a skull in a bodysuit.
You have much in stock at the moment? It comes and goes. So Tappy. Have you heard any rumors of sights? I could use a find. You know, I did hear something. Something out in the fields. What kind of something? They say something sent one of the field workers flying through the air. This is what they say. You seem pleased about this. Well, I do like a little spectacle. Was the man hurt? Oh, I should think so. He was taken straight back to the market, though. Didn't earn another scrap. Some jobs you can do with a broken arm. But you're no good for plowing. The laborers from market? You've got some kind of angle here, Tappy. I tend to attract attention when I go for walks outside the walls. But no one's going to trouble you. You're from Iox. I'm from Eleborth. People from Eleborth don't have robot servants, my sweet. Be careful you don't get zapped yourself, of course. I tend not to attack my finds with scythes. No doubt, no doubt. I want to show you an artifact. Oh, yes? A scratched brass candle holder embossed with an image of a mask dating from the early Empire. Your standards are not so high anymore. Still, I might be able to do something with that. I have something of a similar period, I think. Yes, this is it. A devotional icon carved from the stone. The base has been carved with symbols too. This one is a phrase run together. Towards... I can add my translation for towards to my dictionary now. I'm also certain of go. Must may day towards well, it's a place, and then if we do pilgrims, towards temple, gods must go. I'm just gonna get, like, I mean, that's the context, I think. Towards temple, gods must go. That will do for now. I should get Huang's opinion on that when we get back to the university. This comes from the same source as the scratched candle holder. The one I discovered in the Emperor's secret garden. So, you've inspected the goods. Devotional icon for your scratched brass candle holder. Agreed to trade. You have a deal. Especially since I don't think the the candle holder does anything. I think this looks rather good here. See you later, Tappy. Don't be a stranger to us now. You are in one piece? You still have all your teeth? We have one new artifact to consider. We have also collected some evidence of one new location, a pre-Empire site. Shall we leave now, mistress? Do it! Do it! I'm gonna leave the moon, and then we're gonna go back to Iox. And so we left the surface of Elbereth. With rumors of a new site. E. Aboard the Nightingale. We should sail to Iox and tell Miyari what we have seen. I'm sure she wants to see the crown. Let's take to the river. I will prepare the chalks, mistress. Yeah, we're finally going to Iox. We're sailing to Iox. Besides, I need to go talk to Huang! And find out what he's up to. Sailing to Iox in Ioxian space. Either of the branches lead to our destination. What are the rivers, Six? Good question. Flows of oxygen, hydrogen, ice. Their velocity keeps them coherent. So why do the rivers wind? Why aren't they straight? I am unsure, mistress. Why does water swirl when mixed with wine? Does it really? Does it actually? I mean, I don't drink wine, so I wouldn't know. Evidently, it is most mysterious. Ioxian space. Set us down, Six. The University of Iox. We should tell the professor what happened to Rinba. Alia! Professor Miyari is looking for you. I know, why do you think I'm here? Perhaps you should leave Iox for good? Good faith and good health, Elia. Tree of Knowledge. Or so they call it. Each branch grows more branches. I am sure Professor Miyari will be most keen to see the Crown Mistress. That's quite a find. The original crown of the Emperors of Ionox. This should help. It should help convince her to let us explore out there more. Who knows what else we might find. Elia, you're back. Yeah, it took me a while, but I don't know if I want to ask what you found. I'll tell you. If you're ready to hear it. I found a crystal. Renba found it first and left it on Mercy for you. And? Where is he now? In the cyclones. Dead, most likely. Torn apart by the winds. Interesting. You're certain? We are quite certain, Professor. Master Rinba's ship exploded. Did you go anywhere except Mercy, Elia? We followed his trail. That's how we found his ship. It will be in my full report, Professor. But Renba appeared to be investigating a ruined moon off-river. And he followed him. What did you find there? Renba left us a message. Mistress? Go on. The hopper malfunctioned. And I spoke to Renba. I fear my mistress is now disassembling, Professor, though to what end I solicit. I thought Renba was dead. He spoke to me through a robot somehow. And what did he have to say? He told me to find an observatory. That was all. Do not recall this. Interesting. It was Rinba's doing, of course. Perhaps he found a way to leave a message. Someone had lived out there once. We found a ruined building. Nothing more? There was the crown, of course. A crown? Let me see it. Is this what we found on that moon? Beautiful. Do you know what it is? I'm not certain, but I think it's the crown of the last emperor of Iox. He took it with him when he went into the hiding when Iox fell. Incredible. But shall I tell you what it really is? Oh, I know, I think. So, what is it? You don't know? If this is the Emperor's crown, Iox would never have parted with it. I can imagine you lifting this from the ashes of the Emperor himself. What? And yet Rinba found him. A roboticist. I wonder how he did it. So you're gonna keep it? It belongs on Iox, of course. I would like it back, thank you very much. Oh yeah, this is your moment. Off you go and enjoy it. No! Bitch! I want it back! I want it back! I want it back! Fuck! Fudge! Frick, 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 frick. No, I want it back. Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Ah! No, I want it back. Fuck. Scheist. Shit. I didn't mean to do this. Fuck. Setting. Oof. Well, Scheist. Ah, well, okay, I think we're starting over again. I regret that. That was bad. I didn't mean to do that. That was not my intention. There's a problem with this, like, this game, is that I have no idea what happens after you select an actual, like, speech bubble. Well, anyway, we're gonna pause here. Alright, I have no idea if we can, like... I regret that. Ah! I didn't mean to do that! Let's see, we might have to start over, because that did not work out the way I thought it would. I'm beginning to think we need to keep it secret to keep it safe. Alright, let's see where we are. Fuck! Scheist. Can we go back? Can we go back in time? I want to go back in time. Oh, I regret this so much. Oh, scheist. Ay. I hate this, but we're starting over because, like, I did not mean to give her the crown. Ay, yeah. Oh, we're gonna have to do all that all over again. Oh, although, I guess, like, this will allow me to, like, pick up more that I didn't have before, maybe? Ugh. Well, we're doing that again! Great, that's... Ugh. At least translations will be a little easier this
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present. But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light.
It's not much further. One last corner. Okay, we're gonna do things a little differently this time. We're almost at the top. Take a moment to rest before you walk. Just please. I honestly don't understand, like, what's with this, like, resting thing that we have to do. Bricked up opening. There is something here. Keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? There's something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut in when the mortar was still wet. But I think I can read it. Yeah, we're gonna do all that again, I guess. Heaven's Vault. The University of Ajax some weeks earlier.
My story begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
Mistress Alia? Mistress Alia Alestra. I have been waiting for you. I have been asked to escort you to Professor Miyari. She is very anxious for your arrival. Woo! And who are you? I am a robot, mistress. As is apparent. This way. Do you have a name, robot? Is that intended to be a joke, mistress? No. Robots do not have names. We are, as I understand it, interchangeable. I've known a few robots. They're all a little different. How kind of you to say so, mistress. So, why has she sent you? Did you do something wrong? That seems unlikely. My ethical core protects me from serious error. This way. You should know that the professor's urgency was remarkable. Maybe we should keep her waiting. Don't want her making a habit of impatience. I cannot recommend that course, mistress.
I was 15 when Mayari rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness. I still don't know why she did it.
Professor Miyari. Oh yeah, there you are. Come in. Yeah, you want this robot to wait outside. And why would I want that? Thank you, Professor. It's good to see you again. Me or it? I keep I keep picking the same answers practically. Really, Alia, don't be so uncouth. Tell me what you need, Professor. Straight to business. Very good. You're our expert on history. Tell me what you make of this. It's a brooch. Yes, Alia. But I didn't summon you halfway across the nebula to tell me that. It's certainly old. Empire period. The device is the eagle and sun. One of the scholars sent this brooch to me. Janakui Renba. Did you know him? Did? Question mark? Look at the detail before I throw you out. I see them, ancient markings. I know they're a hobby of yours, Alia. But can you read them? I've never seen either of these groupings before. But the two words have some common elements. So they must have related meanings. Well, Holy Emperor. Yes. But I'm only guessing. I don't know if that helps at all. Renba wasn't the kind to send me trinkets. There's some significance to this brooch, but I don't know what. Janakui told me he'd found something. That was over a month ago. Janakui isn't like you. He's an Ioxian through and through. So call him. I can't. Wherever he is, he's on his own. Not everyone is required to travel with a robot. You can't go hunting the nebula for missing people, Alia. But you can. In that case. Where did he go? He told me he was going to a moon called Merci. I want you to find him. That's what you do, isn't it? Find things? Well, yeah, I find things. I see what I can dig up. Get out of my office, you Elobothian rat. And you're taking the robot with you. Bitch! Oh! Wow! We're not welcome here. You are not welcome, mistress. He's seeing you, Alia. I annoyed Miyari. Ah. Apparently we're playing this a little differently. How do you feel that went, mistress? Fine, I guess. It went fine. And will we go to Merci, mistress? You heard her. Oh. If it wasn't for the fact that it's a pain in the ass to, like, do all these talking things. Can I just say Mistress Alia? It is wonderful to be accompanying you. Yes, and why is that? I find humans fascinating. And you are very different to most here. I have only recently been activated. I'm calling you 6. 6, mistress? I shall remember that. I wonder if I got Miari's translation correct. I think I did. The shape shows this as an Empire piece. Emperor! And the emperors believed themselves to be gods. Oh! Okay, so it makes sense that the words would be almost the same. Huh, okay. Okay, we're starting to get some context here that I didn't pay attention to the first time. But it still doesn't tell me... Where did this thing come from? So where did they find you, 6? Me, mistress? Like most robots on Iox, I was chipped carefully free from a concrete wall on the lower levels. No, I've seen enough of Miari for today. Alia. Tell me, are you still wasting your time on your curious notions of history? Miari wants me to find Janakui Rinba. You haven't lured him into archaeology as well, have you? Actually, as a matter of fact, he's doing it on his own. He was always so devout. I haven't done anything. Well, that's true enough. You should devote yourself to a real science. Metallics, maybe. Loop philosophy. History is science! It's exploration of the past. Through evidence and theory. Honestly. Most people think you will not be content until you unearth your own skull. Good faith to you, Alia. May the waters light your way. Hey, what do you think of the sculpture? It has a pleasing bounce to it. Worth the time it took to make, mate? Do you think? And there are people on Eleborith who don't eat? Are your own exploits worth the time they take, mistress? Should we not be making history rather than reviewing it? Hey! Touché, touché! No, I've seen enough of Miari for today. Apparently, my character does not like... Alia! Yes. I didn't know you were back on Iox. How are you, Huang? Well enough, well enough. I've been reading all day. I just came outside to rest my eyes, and there you were. I've got a new robot. I've called it Six. Greetings, Master Huang. Another one? Is that wise? You don't always bring them back. You don't ever, really. I'll walk you to the dock. What were you reading? The Annals again. Did you know Mezwai claims the Holy Empire was founded by 3 wolves racing to heaven? Each one tore the throat of the other, and as the 3 fell to the earth. Are you really interested? Absolutely! Alright. Most people glaze over.
He began to talk with such passion that his eyes glittered, and he seemed to grow at least an inch taller.
Alia? That was fascinating. There's hundreds of volumes like that. Something I think there are 3 stories to explain, and none of them agree. Other times I think there's just one story that gets retold for every occasion. And have you ever heard of a place called Merci? No. But I've barely ever been off of Iox. Tell me, what do you make of this brooch? That's a nice piece. I've not seen anything quite like it. There's something written on the back. An ancient script? Let's see. The first word is one I've seen before. It's a descriptive form of the word for God. That was what I thought too. Symbology is classic Holy Empire, of course. The eagle and sun. Older, more ancient versions have more naturalistic birds. Oh, and it seemed heavy to me. Heavy brooches hold up heavy cloth, light brooches hold up light cloth. So it must have belonged to someone important. Well, Alia, before you go, I found a line of ancient in the Annals of Mezwai that I thought you might like. If you have time, that is. Always! Always have time for ancient stuff. Here. See what you think. I know one of these words. I'll have to guess the other 2. Right. I think banished. Banished. Yeah. Banished circuits? Buried rebels? Passage from the annals. Well, this one's, I think, is banished, maybe? Because, like, one of them is, like, place. And then this is... Yeah, I wonder if they banished robots. Because that's, like, light, and then... Empress banished robots? That doesn't seem quite right, but... I have no idea. It's quite a monster, isn't it? Robot emperors? That must be a mistake. Surely. Well. The annals won't read themselves. Good faith to you. Shall we proceed to your ship now? Have you sailed before 6? I have no idea, mistress. But I am keen to find out. And so we left the hallowed halls of the university. Alright, we're gonna take our time a little bit longer, I think. On this. It's amazing how different the game suddenly becomes just by, like, changing a few choices. It's like, dang. Aboard the Nightingale. My ship is my refuge. It's the only place that's truly mine. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. The journey to Merci should be quick, mistress. You think Miyari's friend is in trouble? As I say, mistress. We should know shortly if we depart. What do you know about Merci? Nothing! You are useless! It is a moon of pigs and rice, mistress. Okay. Not useless! Part of the Iox Protectorate, of course. Maybe Merci will have a few ruins of its own. That seems unlikely. But it is not wealthy. Nonetheless, I will prepare the robes. Ugh. I hate the fact that we have to start all over! I mean, I suppose I could have continued, but it's just like, no! Sailing to Merci and the Verdant Pass.
Mayari wanted us to sail to Mayerzi. It was a short sail through fast waters.
I see the force of the river is fastest in the middle, mistress. The surface appears the same, but there are deeper currents below. I don't understand why this like minigame is so long. That's Marseille. You can see the greenery from here. Merci, Farming Moon. If Rinbo's here, I need to find him. And if he's not, I need to work out where he went.
We stepped off the ship and into the mud. Mud covered the ground and rock. And everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud. And some of those things had legs.
Look at this place. Breathe the air. Oh, my companion. I cannot breathe, mistress. As you no doubt are aware. Alright, we're definitely hiding the crown this go around. Well then. Let's see where Rinba's got to. If we're really lucky, we'll have found an old pot. We should lead to the village.
The air smelled earthy and sweet.
Look at this thing. Where's she from? From the material, I would judge it was not quarried here. Most likely close by. It's very big, you understand. Obviously, it is quite old. Can I talk to anybody? Are they all? No, I don't know if I can talk to them. Whoa. I'll wait out here, mistress. Yo. I'm sorry if I startled you. I wasn't crying. Don't tell them I was crying. Please, I'm looking for someone. You are from Iox? My name is Elia. Then you are not her. Not Miari. That's who you're waiting for? You're waiting for? I heard your voice. You're Ioxian. But you said Alia. Do you know Janaqui Rinba? Yes. He told me someone might come. Janaqui? My tall Ioxian. He left something for this Miyari. With the goddess to keep it safe. So Janaqui was here. Do you know where he went? He promised he would come back. I did so like to believe him. I hope you find him. Thank you. I have to go now. I don't want them to see me talking to you. Janaqui, where are you? Buried in the mud or somewhere? Most curious, mistress. So one like that why Rinba came here? Humans are most curious, mistress. But it would seem someone from Iox has visited here recently. Do you think there is more to be learned here, mistress? Yes, I do! Perhaps we should return to the ship. The woman said Janaqui left something here. With the goddess. I want to find it! So we are going to find it. Are all the moons in the nebula like this, mistress? I have seen so very few. Some of the nebula is like this. But not most. It seems pitiful to me. I'm going the wrong direction. Rice. Did I grow anything else here? It would not appear to be so. Someone's carved something here. Symbols in the ancient script. You might be able to translate them. Hey! I can translate this one! This one's water. These symbols resemble my translation for Emperor. So this one is water, because we've done this before. Holy water goddess. Does holy water goddess make sense? There's certainly plenty of water here. She's guarding their most precious resource, keeping it all fertile. Here's those mysterious secrets. Almost buried in the grass. A shard of crystal. Does it mean anything to you, Six? It is most curious. This moon does not contain any crystals of this type. What have you been up to? So Rinba brought this shard from somewhere else? Seems likely. The moon seems almost poor to me. There are no proper buildings. There is mud everywhere. I wish they would quit doing the zoom thing. I like to be able to walk and talk, not, standing still. Then again, maybe there's no actual time thing and I'm just being paranoid. There's something scratched here. The emblem of Iox. I suppose this is where the Marisians leave goods for the Ioxians to collect. Janically won't be hiding in there. There's no way I'm crossing that, mistress. Oh, but cannot swim. Back to the ship, Six. We've done all we can here for now. This way, mistress. And so we left the warm, wet fields of Mercy. Aboard the Nightingale, Rinba left a crystal for Miari to find. But what was he trying to tell her? I am quite certain in my analysis, mistress. So where is it from? I believe the shard comes from an asteroid somewhere on the edge of the Cyclones. The Cyclones is a dangerous wild. There's nothing there but clouds and storms. I'm aware of that, mistress. I wonder, what exactly did Rinba discover? We'd better find out. Put out the sails, Six. It is kind of interesting to me, how I'm, starting to be able to actually read these things. The Verdant Pass, sailing to the Crystal Moon. So I think we're going to take our time a little bit longer on this, and let's just assume that there isn't, a time thing. Are there other ships on the rivers, mistress? I have not seen any. other ships out here. But you can rarely see them. Everyone goes at the same speed. So no one ever passes you by. It sounds lonely. The people who like people stay on the ground. We will need to turn right momentarily, mistress. You do not like people, mistress? That explains a lot. Tell me. Is there anything you do like? There's a rock up ahead. What have we found? Above the crystal moon. Why would anyone come to a lonely spot like this? We have arrived, mistress. The moon below us is rich in purple violet crystals. But though there is no surface flow, we cannot land the ship. But Renma must have gotten down there somehow. Indeed. Most likely he used a hopper. We might do the same. Hopper? The Nightingale is fitted with a hopper, of course. For instantaneous travel. Is it safe? Not really, mistress, no. This moon does not have any air. I will have to go down alone. If there's no air... How did Rimba go down without a robot? It would have been impossible. But Renba was a roboticist, mistress. He must have had a robot with him. Despite what the professor told us. Please wait here. What else can I do?
A moment later, the robot was gone, and I was alone in the dark.
up to, Rinba? What makes a roboticist leave Iox? When Iox is the only moon in the nebula with robots. Alright, Emperor banished. Rebels. Empress banished rebels. Anyway, E. Mistress! What did you find? I found something, Mistress. A tool chest. An engineer's chest. And this is John Aquise? The probability is high. I believe the moon below us was once a quarry. But this box is no artifact. I hope there isn't a snake in here. Ow. A roll of cloth? Why would Rinba hide something like this? He must have had a reason, Mistress. His choice of hiding place was extreme. Thick fabric. Ah! I just made a connection! It's for the brooch. John Aquis, what is this? So it's gotta be the robe that held the brooch. So the brooch held the robe, and then the robe... So it's gotta be like part of the outfit. Some kind of robe. But it's hundreds of years old. I'm starting to make connections. Yeah! And there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters picked out in a darker thread. This is a long one. Let me think. Pilgrims. Pray, I think. I could still change my mind, but we pilgrims pray. Are you a pilgrim, Rinba? Some ancient faith perhaps kept secret from the powers back on Iox? Did you leave that shard by the goddess not as a clue, but as an offering? Secret from Miari herself? There's more in here. This is an antler model of a bird. It's beautifully preserved. And there's some drawn glyphs. Is that a single word? Nope, 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 definitely not. Most likely not. Ancient scribes didn't always trouble to put in their spaces. I didn't think they expected their writing to be read. holy lights. Let's see now. Holy light. Follow holy light towards holy light, less holy light, ascend. I'm gonna say follow. Follow makes sense. Follow holy light. This comes from the same site as the robe, I think. This new find should help us find the place. That's not all. Let's see. There's also a broken glass jar engraved with a wing design. How did Rimba get his hands on all this? The inside is heavily stained. Must have belonged to a heavy drinker. The maker didn't include an inscription along the handle. Still, I don't think this is from the same place or period as that model or the robe. In fact, I don't think we've seen anything equivalent to this broken jar before. So it must have originated on a site that's undocumented. So are these leads? Or are these things what Rinba was after? Please wait, mistress. I will consider the matter. Can you work out where they originated? I fear so. It is not a good location, mistress. But Professor Miyari was keen that we found Master Rinba. And I am sure Master Rinba is equally keen on to be found. Show me. I am not exactly certain, mistress. But I believe Rinba traveled far from home. Into the eye of the cyclones. And most likely the winds there tore him apart. Continue. I'll have to tell Professor Miyari that this was most likely torn apart by wild rivers. Janakui Rinba found something. And possibly deep in the swirling waters of the cyclone. The cyclones sailing to the eye of the cyclones. This is your ship, mistress? Hold on, 6. I cannot hold on, mistress. We're in one piece. You appear to be. Straight on here, mistress. Analyzing the purple eyelet we found in Roomba's tool chest. Mistress. The fabric appears to be of significant age. Another rapid. This whole area is wild. We'd better check the hull when we next land. Now we're near to the eye of the cyclone, mistress. I cannot see which way to turn at this branch. Mistress. Forward! We will have to choose one and explore. I see it. Let's go, let's go. There's something up ahead. A moon? There is air, but no upriver, mistress. We will have to leave the ship here and hop her down. Please do not be alarmed. It is quite safe. The eye of the cyclones. Orimba will be waiting for us there in the center of the storm.
The hopper fired, and for a moment I was gone. Not aboard the Nightingale, not on the moon beneath. It could have been a heartbeat or an hour.
Maybe Rembrandt got
But I
stuck.
didn't feel the cold until I reappeared.
I wonder if he got stuck in between, like the hopper and stuff. Oh, rocks, mistress. Mashed together by waters. Yeah, taste first. I have a feeling about this one. Whatever Rinbo was after. We're close. Yes, indeed. I hope he will be grateful when we find him. We are taking considerable risk. This way. Perhaps Renba is waiting for us just around this corner. We can hopper him back to the Nightingale. And this chapter of my life will be done. Perhaps, mistress. Perhaps. We can only hope. Hold it. 6. What's that?
Here, in the middle of the hurricane, there was a house. It was fine. Tucked in below the overhanging rock. Wooden beams, mud brick walls, shutters. Large enough for 2 families to argue over. It would have been measly on Iox and grand on Elbereth. But here, it was impossible.
Someone built this? Buildings do not occur naturally, mistress. Blocked with rubble and ruin. This whole place must be slowly peeling away from the cliff. Perhaps you might forego going inside. I could vault over the wall here. And please, mistress. The floor beyond would only give way beneath you. Lumber over. Here goes. The floor seems sound enough. 6. Where did the robot go?
The ghosts were still here, cooking, reading, doing whatever ghosts do. The house was empty, but it hadn't been abandoned.
Let's see what's up here. Ruin and rubble. Is that smoke? That is definitely smoke. But are you here? There's something wedged here. A sliver from a bracelet of crystal. Dating from the Holy Empire? Looks like there's an inscription around the inside surface. I can't possibly make the letters out. They're so tiny. Oh, this one's new. This is the start of a fragment of text. Emperor. Which leaves one word to guess. Division. Wood. Lost. Strong? Lost. Lost Emperor? I mean, based on context clues, maybe. I could see what Huang thinks of it when I get back to Iox. I don't think I've seen anything quite like this crystal bracelet sliver before. Which means I think this comes from somewhere we haven't previously discovered. What's this? It's quite different than the rest of the building. There's some kind of telescope? But the position and the bearings are fixed. Huh. What's that say? Material on this is totally wrong. Is it metal? Rubber? It looks like something Orroy might have built. I must remember to ask her about it. And there are scratches in the top here. Something fitted inside the frame and was removed by force. Did you take something, Janaqui? But if so, what was this stand meant to hold? Well, that's something different. I didn't explore that before. We're gonna be a little more thorough. Just don't look down, Alia. I'd better go and find where 6 got to. Hardly comfortable. Whoever built this place wasn't worried about making it cozy. Ooh, an inscription. And there's an inscription here. It's old, barely visible. Scratched into the plaster. Wee. That's definitely a wee. I think. Where's that I? I, me. This is different. I watched Acolyte Beloved and Acolyte Beloved. No, I Death Beloved Goddess. I watched I died death. I fear friend stranger. I haven't a clue, but I fear death. I mean, based on the context clues I remember last time, but the writer was dying. The angle is interesting too. Scratched by someone lying down. I mean, based on the context clues, if I remember, like, the rest of it. So, yeah, that actually would check out. I don't know if that's 100% sure, but... Mistress! It is good to see you intact, Mistress. How did you get down from that arch? I could not climb over the wall. So I drove myself off the cliff edge. Once I had dug myself out of the sand, I found a door. And are you in one piece? Evidently, Mistress. There's an inscription up here. More characters in ancient script. Aha! The water goddess. More words I don't know. Blesses. Sales loves. Blesses harvest. Water goddess blesses field. The water goddess from Mercy? Is this place directly connected to Mercy then? Another cot. I found one just like this on the floor above. Man, the stuff you can miss! Holy guacamole. Someone grew too old or too ill to climb back upstairs. That makes so much sense! And so they made a bed down here instead. Someone died right here, Mistress. So where are the bones? person lay on the floor here for some time after death. Renba? No. Whoever died here died scores of years ago. The lack of moisture on this moon has preserved the traces. But they are old. You're sure? The evidence is minor but significant. The person who lay in state here was only removed recently. Interesting. Are you saying Janaqui took them? What remains of them? Someone died. Or someone did. That's horrid. Why would he do that? I don't know why you would think that would be horrid, but I would mean, like, I am unsure, mistress. Something must have led him to this place. There must have been something here that he needed. A fire poker. Is it worth anything? Unlikely. It is old iron, no more. Stow it. Might be worth something to someone. This looks interesting. Beautifully made. Much nicer than everything else here. I estimate it to be hollow, mistress. There's something inscribed on the lid. Might be a clue as to what's inside. Ah, here we go. I know this one is of enormous value. Treasure. I mean, based on what I know what's in the box, that's treasure of enormous value. Treasures of enormous value. That will do for now. Miyari will be most excited by this find, mistress. Whatever proves to be inside. She doesn't need to know, does she? Valuable finds, mistress? Of course she must be told. Why do you suppose I am here? Don't get your hopes up too high. The box is probably empty. Let's see if I can shift it. Curses. I can't even get my fingers under the lid. I might be able to snap the lock. Mistress? Is it moving? No. I don't think the iron poker will do the job. Get a crowbar from the ship 6. We must have something that can snap it open. I'll wait here. I'll return shortly, mistress. Yeah, I'm keeping it separate from her because, like, it's gone. I might be able to snap the lock. I've got a moment before 6 gets back. Here goes, then. Look inside. Let's see.
And there it was, just lying there. The greatest treasure I ever found.
How careless of 6 to miss this.
From inside the coffer, from the distant past of the Nebula's once great empire,
Incredible.
it was a crown.
The eagle and sun motif. Just like Janaqui's brooch. The mark of the empire. Could this be the crown of Iox itself? I'll have to think about what to do with this. There's something written along the rim. I'm going to have to guess the whole thing. Of lights be we endure? Sail? It might be sail. On wood. On rivers of light we sail forever. On rivers of light we sail forever. That's my guess. Mistress, I am back. Although I really must stop throwing myself off that rock. I will attempt to open the coffer now, mistress. Success, mistress. But it's empty. How disappointing. Oh well. I do not want to tell anybody about the crown anymore. Let's look around. We might find something else. Indeed, mistress. So we had somehow figured out it was an actual, like, thing, not just, like, it was a device, not just a thing. Huh. Anyway, so we shall pause and stop there and continue again. And, definitely taking our time in the future. So we shall explore every nook and cranny that we can. So, until next time, bye-bye!